Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. We are live broadcasting from Clean Greens Radio. Today is Tuesday, April 2nd. We are so happy to have you join with us. Let's do a land acknowledgement. We acknowledge that we are on the land of Native people, and we also acknowledge what has happened in this Seattle area due to redlining. If you have a story of land loss or home loss in the Central District, please remember that Black Dollar Days Task Force is interested in hearing your story, and you can find that contact info online, blackdollardaystaskforce.org. Thank you for joining us today. Breon is not with us. The Queen Bri is not with us, sadly. So me and Chris are going to update you on what's going on in the farm. Christopher Perry, Clean Greens Farm interim assistant, is joining us again this week. Welcome back, Chris.
Hello. How's everyone today?
Chris was able to attend the Marvin, what's the name? Marvin Thomas Memorial
Health Fair
at Rainier Valley Community Center.
Yes.
This past Saturday. It was a really great turnout, and we made some great connections with Clean Greens in our community abroad. So he's going to catch us up on that in a second. We're going to let him figure out something with his side. So I'm going to catch you guys up on what's going on in our garden spaces and farm really quickly. So just in case you're following us and you are trying to grow your own food, which, as you know, Clean Greens Farm and Market highly encourages growing your own food, because we know that encourages, that greatly increases your healthy lifestyle of eating out of your yard. So if you are starting seeds indoors, that's a task that you can be working on. Those seeds include lettuces, tomato, peppers. I think about what we're doing in the farm at the greenhouse. No brassicas, not yet. Edible flowers, greens. We have trays and trays of collard greens going at the farm, and kale for sure. Go ahead and try to start those seeds inside rather than direct seeding. It's just a more for sure way of making sure you get germination, is starting them indoors in trays and then moving them outdoors when they've developed their true roots. Okay, that may be enough garden talk for now.
On the screen.
Oh, I see you. And okay, we're having a little technical difficulty.
Ignore it. You don't have enough time.
Okay. So you have the mic though, right?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay. So do you want to catch us up on who you connected with, who really stood out, and just your experience overall? That was your first health fair.
That was my first health fair. Like you said, it was at the Rainier Community Center, the Marvin Thomas Memorial Health Fair through Marvina Kemp. It was a very cool experience. It was hosted by Karita Hall, who was on the show last week. I had the chance to connect with her and everybody at the Holistic Coalition. I think the thing that stood out to me the most was the presence of Clean Greens, and not just the fact that we were there tabling. It was just so many people from the community that approached me after recognizing the logo and recognizing the brand and wanted to tell. They felt compelled to share their stories about Lottie Cross and how they were connected to Clean Greens, and I thought that was very, very cool. I had a chance to really connect with the community and hear some really positive feedback about just Clean Greens as a whole. So it was a very, very, very cool experience. I got to connect with the community. Very looking forward to the next one. I think we have another one coming up this week sometime.
Yes, the 30th. Do you remember where that's taking place?
I don't. I really don't.
Okay. What was I going to ask you? We were talking. Oh, there. So you are very interested in getting a massage?
Yeah. Well, yeah. They actually had some.
It's not called a massage. Correct me. It's deeper than that.
I believe I'm saying it right. Karita. I'm sorry if I'm not. Karita Hall and the Holistic Coalition. They actually had a few tables set up and they were giving some demonstration. And I tuned into the show last week and I heard her talking about her expertise, and I just shared with her that I was ready to cry. So if she had that space to open up, I would be more than willing to, sign up for that.
And she's
much
gonna
needed cry.
I think Breon said like every third Wednesday or something.
Okay.
Or not Wednesday. Tuesday. I'm just gonna try to have her back on. So I'm sure she'll get that message that you're ready.
I let her know.
You say you are anyway.
You never know until you truly find out. But she's a very cool, unique individual. Very high energy, very positive vibes, and I'm very interested in what she has going on over there at the Holistic Coalition.
Yeah, totally. And then there was a healthy food producer that kind of stood out. I really like their flyer and the classes that they offered.
Yeah, that's right. It was a young lady by the name of Jill with @newyou_cooking on IG. She is a nutritional physical therapist. I don't want to misquote it, but she actually has a commercial kitchen out in Tacoma, and she offers cooking classes and meal prep and so many other services. So if you want to check her out, look for Jill at @newyou. That's NUYOU _cooking at Instagram.
Wow, how do you remember Instagram. All that? Do you have that pulled up?
I don't.
So that's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
Might have some photographic memory.
It was also Easter Sunday, as we all know, and my birthday.
I didn't know if you wanted to make that public. Some people aren't happy about birthdays.
It's over and done, but it was actually a very cool day.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
From us all.
I accept that.
You said you did have a good day.
I did. I got a chance to find my beach, as they say. So
I don't know what that means.
Well, Google it.
Who says that?
Well, so it was a good day overall, and very blessed and fortunate to see another one, and looking forward to doing it again next year. So,
is it a secret how to find your beach?
No, it's just it's kind of a thing. Those that know don't say. Those that say don't know. It's kind of a thing, though.
All right, maybe I'll find my beach next birthday.
There we go.
So on the farm, we are disking. As you know, we are in a flood zone, and so the soil retains a lot of moisture up until pretty late spring. But Farmer Tommy Willis is getting the entire acreage disked up, and then it will be tilled. And of course, I'm learning like the whole process of farming, and it's really exciting. Chris, you mentioned recently about your family's blueberries. They're going to be ready soon.
They will be ready. So pretty much the month of June to about the first week and a half, it's the second week of July. It's prime time for harvesting. So yeah.
Okay. So they're flowers on the tree, on the bushes right now.
Right now.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just thinking of all the things that are like popping and sprouting and germinating in the garden, which is, a whole nother world in itself. If you don't look closely, you can miss a lot in the garden versus farming is large scale. Everything is done on a grand scale on the farm. We are also considering, or your family is also considering making a value added product soon?
Well, yeah, we're actually throwing the idea around, weighing out the pros and cons. It would be very interesting to venture into that. So it's an idea, nothing solid as of yet.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty exciting. As you know, Clean Greens is the only CSA in this area. Oh, I forgot to mention, you got quite a few signups for our CSA, and
Right. You want to tell us what CSA means and what it's all about?
Yeah, of course. A CSA stands for Community Supported Agriculture. It's a model used by, I guess, kind of smaller scale farmers. You find that a lot with family farms. It's a way for farmers to, they get folks to sign up for subscriptions. So you get a subscription for the farm season to receive a weekly box of fresh produce. And it can come in different sizes. For instance, Clean Greens has 3 sizes for a single person, and then medium and large. And I cannot remember the prices, but check us out. We are taking signups for our CSA. We're excited about that. And this season, we are including a lot of fresh herbs. Daniel, I owe you some herbs. Sorry, I worked too long in the garden today, but I wanted to bring you a sample, but you'll be the first to get them. So yeah, that's what a CSA is, community supported agriculture. And it's a great model because it's really sustainable. Farmers don't have to worry about waste. Most of the time, if people have too much, they happily share with family and friends. And then that's also like word of mouth for us, when they share, like, got this from a local farm, which is maybe the only CSA that when you buy one share, you get one free for a family in need, so that they can also eat that same healthy organic produce from down in Duval, picked by us, grown by us, from seed to table.
So you're very cool. And to her point, again, about the health fair, the Marvin Thomas Memorial Health Fair at Rainier, I was able to get 20 plus signatures for the CSA. So it's very exciting. Looking forward to reaching out to everyone that was able to sign up and looking to get more signatures in the future. So thank you to everyone who did sign up.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your interest. And hopefully some of those signatures are also interested in volunteering. If you are able to volunteer, we have 2 garden spaces in Seattle. If you want to come, fiddle around in the garden with me, or if you are interested in coming down to Duval, we can always use your help on the farm. Just reach out to cleangreensfarmandmarket.org. Currently, we have some pretty large piles of wood chips that we could use some sweat and muscles with.
Oh, we greatly appreciate it. So again, if you're looking to volunteer, please do not hesitate to reach out, and we will receive you with open arms. So the more the merrier.
Yeah. So the health fairs in general, do you feel like, you mentioned there were community members just coming over, it piqued some people's interest. Do you feel like they make an impact? Did you learn anything? Were people surprised to learn that there's a farm based in the Central District of Seattle?
I was surprised at how many people knew about Clean Greens and what was going on already. So I'm very new to Clean Greens in the area alike. So for me, the most surprising part was how many people already knew about it, had a story to share, and was some way connected to Clean Greens. So it made it come full circle for me. And to your point about the health fair, I think I'm just an overall skeptic when it comes to most things. So I was also pleasantly surprised of the impact that it had. I think it's very helpful. I'm super excited about being a part of, like, again, many more to come in the future, and doing my part to make an impact. And so I think it was very resourceful, very helpful. I think everybody came out and was thoroughly entertained and educated. UW Medicine was also there. They had a blow up to show you what the inside of a colon looks like, so you can walk through it and see how a colon works and looks from the inside.
Just to talk about that.
Oh yeah, it was actually pretty cool. They had the double Dutch divas.
Oh wait, do they have like polyps in it? In the
Yes, they did. It was actually a very cool experience. So again, I'm looking forward to the next one. We'll get those dates to you as soon as we have them available. But there is one coming up, and it was very, very entertaining. And
are we going to be there?
We should be. Yes, we are going to be there. I think Brianna made mention of us being present.
I'm sure we'll have that information next week for sure.
I'm sure.
What were I'm interested to know, what did the diabetes presence or information look like? Do you remember seeing anything about that? I don't know where you were in the vicinity.
I don't. So the way it was set up kind of in the circle, and I was like the first table when you enter the community center. So I didn't have a chance to get around and touch every table. So I missed that information. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to be on the lookout for that. But I was really blown away by the individuals' classes being offered. What was the one? I, of course, dealt with herbs because I'm just on this.
Oh, I think that's Jill. What knew you're referring to? And when she was actually at the table beside me, so I had a chance to hear a little bit, and she offers I think that the information aspect of what she's doing, she's informing people of the benefits of why you should, choose this lifestyle versus that one. And
but really cooking, the classes are cooking, not just for health, because health is so broad. The way that she had cooking for menopause,
right.
Herbs for, what was it specifically? It was dealing with herbs. What was one more? I think it was grocery shopping on a budget,
Yeah, I think she did offer budgeting services.
No, a class.
Classes, right. She has the commercial kitchen space in Tacoma. Again, she offers an abundance of classes, so it's definitely worth checking out. Again, at newyou_cooking on Instagram.
Yeah, we are really gearing up to connect with our youth farm that we hold every summer in our new space at Amy we call it Amy, but it's the garden behind the Amy Tennis Center. But we're really trying to be intentional this season about cooking with the youth. It's great to show them how to grow from seed to start. They know how to harvest, but now we want to take it to the next step and show them, how to cook it or not cook it, how to eat it raw, how to use what we're growing, and just start this, new foundation. And some of these kids already know because they're definitely cooking at home with their parents. So we just want to bring it full circle with the youth. So I'm always impressed in the community when we're talking about food producers and educating the community, getting those healthy greens and herbs in our diets daily. Chris, what are you looking forward to this farm season with Clean Greens the most?
That's a loaded question. There's so many things to look forward to. I actually get anxious just thinking about it. I don't really know where to start.
Is there a crop that you're interested in growing?
I think Tommy's heirloom crop, the blue collards. I got a little familiar with last season, so I'm very interested in learning more about that crop. I think I had some present at the fair. Is that what I had on the table with those?
Oh, yeah, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
And their spring greens are really small and really sweet because um they went through a frost. So when greens go through a frost, they get sweeter. So yeah, his greens are kind of like an icon. I planted some for my dad in Alabama, so they've made their way
It's very cool.
from Louisiana to Seattle and now to Mobile, Alabama.
Made the trek back south to Mobile. It's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Christina was on the show remote last week from Alabama. How was your trip last week? I think you mentioned something about a 2-acre lot.
Yeah, I was like surprised by my dad well, to answer your question, I had a really good visit. It was really relaxing. I probably could have taken naps or something or sat down, but we were able to go to the Africatown Heritage Museum. And then after we left there, my dad pulls over and is showing me this lot. And I noticed, it used to be an old schoolhouse there. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's torn down, fenced off. He's like, what do you think? And I'm like, think about what? He's like, about this 2 acres I just bought. And I'm like, what? So yeah, I feel like part ownership. I'm really happy for him. He's made an investment. And I hope that, I don't know, I mean, my biggest dream, I see a farm, and I, of course, already shared that with him. Like, hey, it's a farm.
I think that's very cool. And more importantly than the farm, to have the farm, you have to have the land. And my grandfather used to always emphasize, buy land, any opportunity that you get, they're not making any more land. So it's very important in ownership to have land if you can. I'm fortunate enough to have some land back south. So I think that's a very cool story. It's definitely something worth mentioning and being very happy about.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, he actually owns some land in Creola, which is the country, I guess, like up the highway from Mobile, where his dad and great grandma and them had land. And he sold it in the 90s. It was like 8 acres, where my uncle still lives. And he really regrets that because that was his grandfather's land.
Mhm.
So I feel like, this is kind of like what's the word? Like
Redemption?
Yeah.
I guess that
Yeah.
works. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think he feels redeemed now.
For sure.
And to buy it like also close in the community where my grandfather was in Mobile is really special. So yeah.
And it's very important in building legacy. It's definitely something that you can pass down for generation to generation if handled properly and taken care of properly. So I think that's also, it's like the gift that keeps on giving. It's very cool. Very cool.
Absolutely. Especially if it turns into a farm. I mean, there's like no better way to give back to the community than to feed them. So
absolutely.
Maybe one day that will happen. If you're joining us, you're watching Clean Greens live. We are here every Tuesday, 12:30 to 1. Joining us today is Chris Perry, our farm interim assistant for the season at Clean Greens. And we're just talking about land ownership and growing food and eating healthy. And we're hoping that you are working or thinking of working on your garden space at home, so that you can create a lifestyle that encourages healthy eating. That's our goal at Clean Greens. If you are interested in a CSA box, we are taking signups now. According to the last health fair, we may be looking for about 40 more. Okay. So spread the word, support your local farm. We have 3 size boxes. I think that starts in June. I know we have produce in June.
We'll definitely have dates for you next show. and then about the upcoming health fair, so you can get out there and come by and see us, stop by, say hi. We're definitely outside. Want to get to see everybody in the community, and looking forward to more opportunities
in
like
the
that
community and beyond.
and beyond. Yeah.
Yeah, some really impressive health organizations around us. I'm going to take advantage and get to know our neighbors and support them. So will she be on this show? Oh, she will not be on the show next week.
No. The third Wednesday. I mean, third Tuesday. You got me saying Wednesday. So the third Tuesday. Yeah, she'll be on the show.
Yes, Brianne has a guest next week, and I don't know who they are.
But Brianne will be here next week. So
Brianne will be here next week.
That's right. Queen Bri.
Yes, we miss you, Brianne. This is not an easy task. You pull it off every week.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in. Come back and join us. Y'all have a good week.